It's Week 6 of the National Football League. And our focus goes to Jalen Johnson. He got the QB not once, but twice last week with a pair of interceptions. It's the Bears and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A lot more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get to normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 15 carries, 67 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who are likely to take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Fields now to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, It just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert, and that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on 2nd and 13, Fields. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Combination there, because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. For the Bears at 2 and 3 here to begin the new season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight. When you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Completes a Mooney on the slant. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. A gain there of 21 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Montgomery back to the ground. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. That time, and they'll look to convert. That'll be a 3rd and 4. To throw is Fields. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jarnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 10-0 to score after 1. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Mayfield. Got a man It's Patterson complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. When we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over.
You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about it as a team. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
One play action, Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple that leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll run with Montgomery. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Herbert will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This the most important of them all, 3rd and goal.
All start, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Here's Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you've been able to come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Patterson to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mayfield throw into the hands of Pitts here. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. He converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's in his own 2nd quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
He's got a man complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Bring out the Falcons offense once more. Cordero Patterson ready to go again at running back.
And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action while being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. A final shot before the break. Fields. That is caught. It's the tight end Tunyon.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back. EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10, it's Patterson.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
3 yards remain for second down.
Mayfield down. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and chasing the ball downfield, they kept going towards the quarterback and knocked him down way late. That draws the penalty flag each and every time.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough
that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
And that last game puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Going up the gun, Montgomery. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Another carry for Herbert on second down. And this will be a Bears first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And off comes to Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Back to Montgomery on second down. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And after the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, going back to Patterson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, Patterson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 98 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Patterson running between the tackles. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield into the hands of London. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. And in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Ball starting offense.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
Mayfield with it once more. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning.
And that is going to be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations? In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
Ball starting offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Mayfield. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Again, this is Montgomery. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The carry, it's Montgomery. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team.